Hi, DeSo. This is DeSo in the Eyes of beHODLers and its host, Matroshka.
Ready, player one? We got special guest. It's
And
Aditya.
it's
Hey,
Aditya.
Aditya here. Hello, everyone. Probably you are seeing me for the first time.
Yeah.
Yes, and thank you so very much for agreeing to come on here and to actually show your face. It's an incredible honor seeing you here and having you with us. So really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about showing up my face, and I think I couldn't get any better, opportunity to talk with you guys. First of all,
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
we're honored. To start, we really want, since you've been a part of the DeSo community, the DeSo families for so long now, love to hear about what your background is, what got you interested in BitClout back in the day, and then hear maybe about some of your projects, Global Clout, maybe starting with that, and then we can go down the line because you've worked on a lot of stuff. So yeah, it'd be great.
so I think my actually BitCloud journey started from April. Before BitCloud, I used to be a game developer. I used to build games, and after building quite like a couple of games, I then shifted my course over web development. And yeah, then I did some couple of freelance work in web development as well. And it was then I got to know about BitCloud. I was really excited about it. Like it was kind of new stuff I had never seen before, like Creatorecoins and stuff like social media blockchain. It was something actually that interested me a lot. And when I actually joined BitCloud, I had literally no idea about crypto, blockchain, and stuff like that. I was pretty new at it, and then I actually started learning about these new stuffs. When I came to know the concepts of blockchain, crypto, and NFTs, these topics were kind of fascinated me, and so I think then I thought about building stuffs on BitCloud. Before BitCloud, I was actually building stuffs on Twitter. I kind of like Twitter because its APIs are kind of really uh, a lot gives developers a lot of free options. So I think Twitter APIs are kind of really great thing to build upon something. So I was kind of a Twitter developer. I was building bots and stuffs on Twitter, and it was then when I thought, why not just build stuffs on BitCloud? So yeah, then I started, learning about how BitCloud actually worked. And I then came to, that BitCloud Pulse Discord server back then. People like Hunter had actually reverse engineered those APIs. I'm really grateful to him from the first day because if not been Hunter, I would not have been able to develop such stuffs. So yeah, I'm really grateful to him. If you are seeing it, Hunter, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr.
Then
Paulson.
yeah, so I learned about various API endpoints, and then I started building some Discord bots related to BitCloud. Know Your Cloud was my first project. It was more like get DeSo related, get BitCloud related information in the Discord itself. So yeah, it was then actually Know Your Cloud's coin price went up to $1,000 plus in very early days. I was really quite excited about that, and just because of my first project, I also got some good attention by community members. It was really kind of I felt really great when things like that were happening. So yeah, this is how my journey started, and then I thought about various other projects as well. Some I developed in between. Some were like completed, but I don't think product market fit for those were really great. And then I started working on more bots and stuffs. I really love bots. I love automating stuffs. So I actually thought let's build some bots over DeSo. It was then I came to think of Global Cloud. I thought why not something which actually notifies users to that their post has reached to BitCloud global feed. So yeah, I started building Global Cloud, built it in just like a couple of days. It was live. People kind of loved it.
And it's
I had
idea.
been
Let me just really quickly tell people what Global Cloud is, because probably not everybody watching actually familiar with that, or unless they have ever made it to Global Cloud, they haven't experienced it yet. So Global Cloud is a bot that it's a DT built that when your post makes it to Global Cloud, it notifies you that your post made it to Global Cloud, and it also gives you a diamond. So it's before really there was no way for you to know that you are global unless you asked your friend to look at global, because from your computer, from your device, you could actually see your posts in global, but they were not a global. That was just like the way it was displayed on your site. So it's Aditi was the person who actually made it happen. So I'm sorry to interrupt, but just wanted to make sure people know what an awesome thing it was and how it actually helped. And it's really brings a lot of joy every time you see it, because it also shoots another, shot of dopamine. Oh, your post made it global, meaning more people will be able to see it, and it will be in front of more eyes. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it.
Nice little dopamine hit when I see the goal.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of, dopamine shot, which I
Yep.
really love. And then it was Global Cloud, which actually led me to build DeSo library. Global Cloud was fully built in Python, so I thought, why not build some libraries and modules so that other devs can also build using it. So it was then I started building DeSo. It was like it took me like 1 to 2 weeks, which in which I completed DeSo library completely. And I actually got a lot of feedback related to DeSo. Even people like Dharmesh himself actually started that repo, and he himself used it in his couple of projects. And it was then actually I also started in participating various bounties held by Balaji Srinivasan himself, and then after followed by Dharmesh. Actually, won both of those bounties. It was really kind of nice to recognized by people like Dharmesh and Balaji's. I was really feeling happy back then. Yeah, exciting time. I cannot forget in my whole life.
And
It is
Then
very
people
exciting.
know.
I just 2 nights ago I saw Dharmesh's short video that he posted, and I mentioned it with you, but I want to share with people who are also watching. And I saw a grand piano in the back, and so I asked him, "What do you play?" And he mentioned that it is Bohemian Rhapsody and Ed Sheeran's Perfect. And I play flute, so I picked up the flute. I looked at the YouTube, played once, and then recorded myself, challenging him to make a video recording that as well. And he said that he will not be able to do it now because he's doing a lot of business travel and he need to up his skills, but he will keep it in mind. And he told me that, like, you have talent, and I was like, oh my god, hearing that from Dharmesh is like it means so much.
yeah,
It so I
it really means so much. Not gonna lie. And then it was then my kind of personal brand was built on BitCloud. So I then started getting various offers of freelance works. Like people were there who wanted me to build some Discord bots for themselves, like an FT-gated Discord server and stuff like that. It was then Fast Freddy has messaged me one day to build that, so at very controversial gated fast Discord server, if you
The
recall.
bonfire. Is that what it's called? Bonfire?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was, yep, exactly. So yeah, it was then I actually learned how NFT gated communities can be built for the DeSo community. After it, I continued building those, more gated servers for people like mini cloud NFT servers and etc. And then it was then I when they thought about that, people were really busy in the Discord server, like they would not even want to open DeSo anymore to do stuff. Then I and Weeblet thought, why not make something which actually brings DeSo to
do
Discord
that.
itself. Yeah, so it was where the idea of Codify came into play. So we just pondered about for like 1 or 2 days how it can be built, and in a matter of like 1 to 2 weeks, we just shipped Codify. It was kind of fascinating to me because it enables users to do DeSo transactions directly from Discord, which I think is kind of fascinating to me. Because let's say like if there are like 10,000 active members in just a single Discord server, it is actually increasing daily active users of DeSo like 10x, which is kind of fascinating to me. And yeah, this is where we Spotify. I think one of the reasons why we never advertise Spotify outside the DeSo bubble is that we yet don't have limits on their IP. So I really don't want users. I don't really don't want users to give me their IPs.
Yeah.
Actually, I also believe that users should verify and don't trust, because if they will trust me today, they will end up trusting anyone in future, and that could be catastrophic.
Yes,
So yeah,
yeah, and
yeah.
I absolutely love Cordify because it's once again bringing you a shot of dopamine, because first of all, people can diamond you right inside Discord,
Yeah.
which is amazing, because then you receive the same awesome feeling of happiness just being in Discord, and Aditya brings DeSo to you because like you said, very often people are so busy that they don't always check their DeSos and those things there. And I know that Luke actually deleted his Discord on his phone 2 days ago, and I guess it's one of the ways how he's trying to, be more engaged on DeSo, because otherwise we are spending all the time in Discord. But it is not, Diamond is not the only thing that actually is possible with Cordify. You can actually also post from Discord, which I still need to set this up for my Cordify, but you can even quote repost the like if it's a DT wrote in Discord something saying like Matryoshki is such an awesome creator and I want to share it on DeSo, then I can easily do it just from Discord using Cordify and not like, do screenshot and something else, which is absolutely cool. And I just thought of a cool nickname for you. It's a DTL, the dopamine dealer or bringer. I'm not sure. The dopamine deliverer.
Well, thank you so much for that nickname. I would, when, post extra data will be released, when we will have, nicknames, I would just rename my nickname from It's Aditya to It's Aditya Dopamine Deliverer.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
And I feel,
and it also stands for DD, dopamine deliverer, DAO. So,
there's levels
Yes, definitely.
And I feel like people are more liberal with giving out diamonds on, especially on chain surf, because like if you're having an interesting conversation, someone makes a good point, it's so easy to just put that diamond emoji or the dollar emoji, and there you go. You don't even think twice about it. So I think I've seen an increase in the amount of diamonds I get from being more active in the like chain surf server for sure, which is really nice.
Yeah, one factor which I think is more beneficial when it comes to giving diamonds in Discord is that you only have to react just that diamond emoji. That's it. You won't see, terrible diamond shot, which actually is a hindrance in user experience, not gonna lie. So I think, it actually makes things faster as well. Like when you diamond someone in, diamond app, it actually takes years, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And
so,
also,
yeah,
I also noticed that, how people sometimes tend to react more when they see it already there. So I noticed that sometimes when people put the diamond, for others, it's like easier to diamond because they already see it. So they don't even have to, go to react and find diamond, but they literally have to just like one click of a finger and that's it, which is brilliant.
And we should mention with Cordify, you actually received a grant, right, from the fund,
exactly.
which is
awesome. It was one day when Alex messaged me on DeSo that they are interested in giving me a dev grant. So I was really happy that day. I was like, wow, I have achieved something which I've never achieved before. It was actually one of my first dev grants I had ever received in crypto and blockchain itself. Before that, I think I had received 2 dev grants. Both were for, building games on Congregate. If you don't know, Congregate is basically a web gaming platform. It used to be quite famous back in like 2015-16. I don't think anyone still uses Congregate for now. So yeah, it was kind of like my first dev grant in blockchain. But yeah, its logo is with
I know that's
Congregate.
Playing back.
Flash Player. I'm talking about those days when Flash Player games used to be a thing.
Like Miniclip and all those sites.
Yeah, exactly. Armor games and stuff like that. I have built games for Armor games and Congregate actually.
Wow.
Those games were kind of successful. Like I used to get like 50,000 plus gameplays on a single platform for just one game, which I think was kind of fascinating. I used to get like a lot of user feedbacks and kind of great fans there. I don't know why I shifted from game development to web development.
Maybe DeSo provides some opportunity to integrate.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, right now I'm thinking about some games so that I can actually integrate DeSo NFTs to any game. I had given this idea to Vblet, and he's working on some stuff behind the scene. I also have plans to build a C# SDK, Unity SDK, so that any game developers can build games while also integrating DeSo very easily.
And Weeblet, by the way, is a DT partner in crime and building Cordify. So
yeah, he's partnering most of my things. He's a very old friend of mine. I had met him like 3 years ago when I actually started using Discord.
Nice. Very cool.
And just maybe for some context for everyone, maybe you don't want to say your exact age, but you're a young guy. Like you've built games, gotten these grants. You're getting learning from Balaji and Dharmesh, and you're how old? You're teenagers.
Well, I mean, ever since I was always interested in computers, like I loved computers. Back then, like in 2016, 2015, 16, I had this Windows XP 1 GB RAM computer on which I used to play GTA Vice City. I used to play it a lot, actually. Like whenever I used to return to home from school, I just remove my dress and start playing GTA till I used to play till I want to sleep. That's it. Sleeping, gaming, eating was these three things which I used to do a lot. It was then actually I got the ideas of building my own games.
That's
And
awesome.
since when I actually started building games, I really am not that interested in playing games anymore. I don't know why. It is what it is.
That's
Have
an interesting
more
observation.
fun building.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Um,
after
yeah.
Dev Grant, it was I also participated in Miami Hackathon, which was held in I think it was held in January 2022, if I'm not mistaken. I actually, thought about what I can build for that hackathon. Then I came to think about DeSo Hive, platform where people can actually, write threads, sell their creator coins all at once, mass unfollow users because back in days we had followed tens of users. So I got several requests from people like MP3 that they want to unfollow tons of users they have followed. So I thought, why not build something like that, which can automate mass action steps.
And I think that Jesus was very happy to use it because,
Yeah.
like in the beginning of the day, I do remember, that we were following a lot of people, and then you see very little of the content because you cannot see everything. So you end up missing a lot of stuff from people who you actually want to see stuff from. So unfollowing one by one takes a
Yeah,
really long time. So mass and follow is definitely helpful. I also was going to ask you something. So you mentioned that you like automating things. I was looking at somebody's profile yesterday, and we don't have an easy way to really see who are our mutual people who also follow this person. You know how on Instagram, when you go, it tells you you
yeah,
both follow like mutual friends, and it shows you in an easy way, because I wanted to see if, basically somebody knows this person. And right now there is no easy way to do it. I have to go to like his followers and like scroll it. It doesn't show, it doesn't sort them in a way that that would make it easy to see. So I was wondering, maybe that's something else that potentially somebody, maybe you, maybe somebody else will want to build, because I realize that that would be a useful feature to have actually.
I think there are tons of useful features which we are missing on platforms like Diamond or BitCloud. Main reason I think is that the original backend of DeSo is not that interesting to me because I think stuff like GraphQL should be a thing so that developers can actually get what they want. Like APIs currently are kind of shit. Not gonna lie, like they are really kind of slow as well and returns tons of things which are quite non-meaningful at all. So I think yeah, if they would shift to GraphQL and make their APIs way more better. So I think yeah, stuff like list of followers, if they follow you, if they are mutual followers, these things I think can be easily built. For now, if anyone is trying to build like things like that, they will have to make tons of API requests, which will make things slower. So yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I remember I was asking Paul Burke also about like a couple of features, and he's also awesome with like his plus extension. Like I love it so much. And
Also love it.
but he also told me that they need to change the API, and
Yeah, they need to
like,
change their API definitely.
yeah, yeah,
Only then stuff like that can be built.
yeah.
Okay. Kind of related to that, I wanted to ask you how you feel about the current state of development on the DeSo chain. Like how's the developer activity feeling to you? Like, are you encouraged? What did you think of I know Ty Fisher had his developer call yesterday. What did you think about that? And like maybe going forward, what do you hope to see from them? And then what are you planning to build for yourself? Maybe that's a lot of questions. Let's just tackle maybe like what the
Yeah.
current and how you felt about Ty
I
Fisher.
think I come from Web2 background actually, where I used to my main focus used to be like get more users to find users who would actually use your product. I used to make games with just one aim so that a lot of people can play my games. Which I think for now, I think DeSo is lacking users. There isn't that much of market for now. Like there is like 2,000 human beings for now. And I just hope that, yeah, if we had more users, it would be more fun to, build stuff on these. So because the more the user, the more you get feedback, and I think the more better your product can be. So yeah, getting more audience is something which I would want to happen very soon.
Okay.
That's for you to handle. Anyways, yeah. And what did you think of the call with Ty Fisher? Was that encouraging? Was it cool to hear? I know
Yeah.
Hunter
Yeah.
definitely made
So,
his voice
so
known.
yeah, it was the call last night we had with Ty Fisher. It was kind of interesting because it was mostly technical, no bullshit, straight to the topic, which I really loved. Hunter Paulson was the man who was asking almost every question because he's that guy who is, if he's in a meeting, no one else is going to speak.
Yeah,
So yeah,
he's very outspoken. We love Hunter.
yeah, I do too. So yeah, he does a couple of great questions. Like he actually, requested for team to actually build, uh, give more information before working. He says, I think, on the point, and I feel kind of, encouraged to see people like Pat Fisher in the as the members in core team, because through his talks I came to know like he's really passionate about the DeSo community, the DeSo developers community as well. So I think it's a matter of time, and I think we will we will be getting more developers and users here. So yeah, it is what it is. I just have my fingers crossed. So I just wish that one day we will be able to get, because I
Yeah.
think at this point of time we have like tons of products and not enough users. So one of those things which I think is that we are lacking users.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's very fair. We all feel it. We all know each other. Nobody, it's all, everybody knows. Well, okay, two other things I want to ask about is how you got involved with, maybe not how you got involved, but how you are involved with DAO with their Discord, how you set up Quartify there with the NFT verification, and then also your future plans are for Quartify. Like, are you planning on, are there more features you're adding? Are you working with Weeblit on anything else you want to share about? Or yeah, give you some
Yeah.
space.
So I think as far as DAO is concerned, I'm the moderator right there, mostly because I have set up Spotify and NFT verification there. So I have to handle some technical stuff there. So as far as building a NFT gated, it's not NFT gated for now. It's just NFT verifications is the thing which in that server is present. So I think it was not that hard to build, because Codify itself provides couple of APIs which I think enables other developers to build something like NFT verification for any Discord server out there. I don't think I have actually I haven't released kind of any docs for Codify so that other developers can build. But yes, if someone actually goes to GitHub repo, they can see which they can use Codify to create their own NFT verification servers. I also have plans that, like one of the best things which I can do for Codify right now is that I can actually advertise it. And to be honest, I'm not developing Codify anymore for now, just because we yet don't have limits on the IP. So it is something which I have been waiting for now. Yeah. And
Okay.
I'm also working on some couple of projects right now, one being C# SDK and other being something which I would not want to disclose for now, but you will get to know about it soon. Not from me, but from someone else, definitely.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Now I am intrigued and excited to see what's coming, because everything else you've built
Yeah,
was
yeah.
is very,
This
very
time,
exciting.
this time I'm actually not targeting anyone in the DeSo community itself. I'm just targeting someone who actually do not even know about DeSo.
Cool.
And I have a couple of other questions for you. So I know that Nether promised you something for the upcoming hard fork. So can you share it?
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, as I said before, I'm just waiting for derived keys, and it's just like there has been a couple of problems with existing state of derived keys as well. Like users really cannot revoke their derived keys. So I had asked Nader about when these things will be live. So he replied me that yeah, they have actually built all this stuff and they are actually waiting for a hard fork. I was surprised to know that it was then Nader talked about the hard fork they are planning to do, and there was no prior info about it.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm just waiting for their next hard part so that I can continue building Spotify and many more stuff.
awesome.
Like for
And
now, if we talk about like group messaging and stuff like that, I don't think we have talks about it yet. So yeah, like they have released like a couple of things, but I don't think like developers can build anything with those stuffs until we have docs. And as Tijan said, if there's no docs, it isn't released yet. Cat said something like that. I don't
No
recall the
doubt.
exact words.
yeah, hoping they're gonna release the docs and everything soon so that people can do what they want to do and know what to expect and what's happening. Um, and another question I have for you, you have a guitar behind you, and I know that it's a
Yeah, he
gift from
actually,
somebody special. Do you mind talking about this?
yeah. Uh, I would not want to talk about it publicly right now because
Okay.
it's kind of like personal stuff, personal life stuff. But yeah, she's on DeSo, and I think you know about her. That's it. This is the most I can speak about it.
All right. I just really loved it when I first saw the picture that you posted when you
Oh
received it.
yeah,
And I also love that it says intern on the guitar. I don't know why, but it
yeah,
just
kind of. I'm kind of intern for her.
and also one of this like Luca mentioned, one of this we used to call it baby geniuses on DeSo because like you guys are so young and you're doing so much, like you Hunter and they like Adit 100 and like there are so many other young guys who are doing amazing things on DeSo, and it just fascinates me that me when I was like 17 I wasn't doing anything really useful other than just going to school, and like you guys are like building amazing stuff and it's so inspiring. So I just wanted to say thank you from me and from the entire community for everything that you're doing, and especially the dopamine deliverer part is very important because it's one of the essential things that differentiate DeSo from other social media and from other stuff. So you are making it even more like accessible and so people can receive it is absolutely amazing. So just thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah, yeah. I've always talked about like current state of DeSo doesn't actually gives kind of dopamine. Like there are many user hindrances, not that great user experience. So I think I've always talked about like Jordan and those anyone who's actually building front ends, especially on DeSo, should actually try to build something which actually gives dopamine to users. I think dopamine is something which actually helps in user retention.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. So if you're a dev and you're watching that and you're thinking of what is the next thing that I should build, think about dopamine that's going to people's brain.
Yeah.
Luca, do you have any closing questions for It's Aditya before we let him go and continue to build his awesome stuff and prepare for his exam?
Oh yeah. I have exams. I'm not that serious about them. I actually have never been much serious about my school and college life stuff after high school. Actually, I was full time into doing what I love to do. College is not that serious about it.
Sorry, my dog.
And that's awesome because I think that when we do what we love the most, that's when we do it the
Yeah,
best. So like finding to do what
yeah,
you enjoy doing, what you love doing, and actually doing that in life is like the most amazing thing ever, because then you're achieving your highest potential and you're working at your highest capacity while enjoying that and not feeling that well, I'm working for somebody and doing something that I don't like. So that's really exciting to
yeah,
hear that you already found quite a
yeah.
few things that you love doing and
And,
you're so good at it.
and it's probably led you to so many more connections to people and places you would have never thought than if you just focused heads down on school. So like your passions have also created connections for you, which I think is pretty amazing. And I think we all recognize you. Yeah, like when none of us ever asked like, oh, what school do you go to? It's about how much you have actually invested of your time and contributed to making the community better, that people like that's going to take you very far. The fact that you just yeah, you build stuff for people and you create awesome experiences, that's
I
going to take you so far.
yeah. I only have just one aim to build something which people can use, which actually solves some problem for people. This has been my number one ambition whenever since when I started building anything.
That's amazing ambition, like helping people and automating stuff and doing it. It's amazing. And I have the last question before we let you go. So you know that there is this anniversary happening March 26th, which is going to be a weekend, one day, next Saturday. And I know that a few people in India talked about potentially maybe meeting. So are you going to meet with anybody in person?
Well, you know what? Actually, I was planning for a DeSo meetup in India for 18th and 19th, but due to Holi, a festival of colors in India, we had to reschedule it. And for the next date, I'm yet not sure what other people have in mind. So I think, yeah, we need to reschedule it.
Are you gonna celebrate Holi?
Celebrate what? It was today. It was today actually.
Oh,
Yes, we celebrated.
okay. Yeah. I was gonna say take some pictures of like all the colors and stuff, but yeah, I don't have any more questions. It's been really great to have you on, meet you face to face.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
definitely. It was nice to talk to you.
All right,
Actually,
people who are
Natasha,
watching, you're going to find the links to its Aditya profile and also Cordify and a couple of his project under this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like and follow us all on DeSo. If you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to leave them. And Aditya, thank you so very much once again for coming in here, for joining us and for allowing us to show your face to all the rest of the DeSo community. I know they're going to be very excited to see you because you're such an amazing person. And you also, like I mentioned to you, you're like one of those few people who is helping to bridge the gap between the core team and the community, because you're always trying to be very mindful and very like really thinking about how to bringing those two communities together and everything that's happening. And I really appreciate it because it's very important to me as well. And I am always very excited when I meet like-minded people who are working for the same good goal. So thank you once again for doing everything that you're doing for DeSo. We really appreciate you and thank you for coming here.
thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Luca, and thank you, DeSo community. You are just, without this DeSo community, I'm nothing.
All right. Thank you and bye, guys.